One potential obstacle destroyed. Now to finish off the other.
Fans can't wait to see Black Adam and Superman square off against one another on the big screen, as the battle between these two beings with extraordinary abilities is sure to be one of the bouts with the highest level of anticipation in recent history. These two characters have been placed against one another rather often in comic books and animated films, where they are usually considered to be a popular matchup. This is most likely due to the fact that their levels of strength are so equal to one another. Now that there are rumors that Henry Cavill will play Superman in the next DC film, let's compare these two actors to see who would come out on top in the competition. In the comics, Black Adam and Superman have fought. Fans have been guessing about how Dwayne Johnson's movie adaptation of DC Comics' Black Adam, a traditional supervillain who has been reimagined as Johnson's antihero, would fit into the greater DC universe ever since it was reported that Johnson will play the role of Black Adam in the movie. This week, Johnson shocked everyone with the announcement that Black Adam would not only meet other DC superheroes, rather he will ascend to the highest of ranks in the organization. During an interview for the film Black Adam, which is scheduled to be released on October 21st, a reporter from Cinemablend asked Johnson whether his character will ever battle Superman on the screen. Johnson reacted with an unexpectedly forthright remark, saying, "Absolutely." That is the main takeaway from all of this. Johnson made the statement that the next phase of the DC universe would focus on listening to the fans, and he implied that readers of comic books have been awaiting this particular clash for a number of years, and make every effort to cater to the preferences of our audience. According to comic book resources, Black Adam and Superman have squared off against one another several times in comic books. These battles put the good-natured extraterrestrial Kal-El against the venerable Egyptian warrior Teth Adam. Due to the fact that it is not quite certain whether or not Henry Cavill will reprise his role as the Man of Steel, Johnson's comment has brought up other, more pressing concerns within the film industry. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Warner Bros. Revealed plans at the beginning of 2021 for Ta-Nehisi Coates to write a new Superman script. The screenplay would likely include the first black actor to portray the part of Superman, and the film would be directed by a black person. But since that declaration, there hasn't been much action, and Johnson's words has set a ticking clock for the studio, giving them the option to either reimagine the character or bring Cavill back into the fold. The Black Adam figure is also intimately tied to Shazam, and although it's possible that in the future the two of them may battle either side by side or against each other, it's doubtful that this will happen in the movie that's being released this year. Johnson said that Black Adam was one of his most challenging performances in a Hollywood Reporter feature that was published this year. He also elaborated on what distinguishes the character from his other strong contemporaries. In the realm of superheroes, there is a rule of ethics that states that they are not allowed to murder the villains, yet Black Adam does. There were a lot of factors like that made me feel like this is a genuine possibility here. He added, "I felt that everything I had done in the past in terms of my career, all of the movies that I had done throughout the decades, even the ones that didn't perform very well, all built up to this specific role," Johnson said. Johnson went on to explain that Adam has capabilities that are comparable to those of Superman, and that the purpose of the character is to demonstrate how possessing otherworldly talents and abilities may lead to the degeneration of a person. According to the report from THR, Johnson has had an interest in portraying Black Adam since 2008. He was even at one time under consideration for the main part in Shazam, a film in which he did not act but executive produced. A movie that shows Black Adam battling Superman probably wouldn't even start production for a few years, but regardless of how the end result turns out, it would almost likely to be superior to Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. The Rock says Black Adam will battle Superman in the DCEU. The Rock has said unequivocally that after Black Adam, he will engage in combat with Superman inside the DCEU. Man of Steel, starring Henry Cavill, kicked off production on the DCEU in 2013, but Dwayne Johnson has been angling for the role of Black Adam for much longer. The conclusion of DC's film slate for 2022, Black Adam won't be in theaters to be seen by audiences for just a few more weeks. Alongside other members of the Justice Society of America, Johnson makes his first appearance as Black Adam in the DC Extended Universe here. It has been reported that Black Adam will have links to the larger cinematic world, one of which will be a cameo appearance by Amanda Waller from the Suicide Squad. There is also persistent suspicion that Black Adam may include Superman, or at the very least make reference to him. Since almost the same amount of time that Johnson has been connected to portray Black Adam, the actor has been hyping up the prospect of a confrontation between Black Adam and Superman on the big screen. The direct teasers of Superman and Black Adam meeting in DCEU can be traced back to the latter half of 2016, when Cavill released a photograph with Johnson teasing their enthusiasm for the future. Since that time, Johnson has done his bit to regularly tease a battle between Black Adam and Superman by saying things like, "I always listen to fans in reaction to Black Adam and Superman fan art." Even the DCEU treatment of Superman and his extended absence was called into question by the actor who plays Black Adam. During an interview with Cinema Blend, Johnson was questioned about the possibility of a confrontation between Black Adam and Superman, once again as part of the promotional tour for Black Adam. As a result of the frequency of his teasers, the source inquires Johnson about his intentions regarding the production of a film in which Black Adam and Superman engage in combat. In his reaction, The Rock did not pull any punches, emphasizing that this is definitely his plan. In addition, he seems to imply that a meeting between Superman and Black Adam is one of the primary reasons why the DCEU is poised to enter a new era. The Rock's Black Adam vs. Superman promise is great for DC. Even though Johnson has continued to express his own desire for Black Adam to battle Superman for years, his most recent comment comes with greater confidence than is typical that the two will meet. Even though Johnson has continued to express his own interest in Black Adam fighting Superman for years. This is a very promising omen for the DC Extended Universe as a whole, particularly with regard to the specific destinies of Black Adam and Superman. The fact that Johnson has said that Black Adam would eventually engage in combat with Superman is evidence that some kind of strategy has been devised for his destiny. It is uncertain how the merging of Warner Bros., Discovery, and the change in leadership at DC Films would affect these plans. Nonetheless, it is very evident that Johnson is aware of the direction in which Black Adam's DC tale will go. The proposal for a confrontation between Black Adam and Superman is sure to be a tremendous success for Henry Cavill's return to the role of Superman, as well as the massive fan base that his Man of Steel character enjoys. As a result of contractual conflicts, Warner Bros. Has not utilized him since the release of Justice League in 2017, putting one of the most popular characters from DC Comics on the bench for over 5 years. The DCEU has only succeeded in making his absence more noticeable by including faceless appearances of Superman in Shazam and Peacemaker. If the current strategy for the DCEU does not include a recasting in the near future, it is possible that Johnson's hint of Black Adam indicates that Henry Cavill's version of Superman will finally have a future. How powerful is Black Adam compared to Superman? Within the canon of DC Comics, Superman embodies the utmost level of strength. He stands as the standard by which all other protagonists and antagonists are judged. This is also true of Henry Cavill's interpretation of Superman in the DCEU, who was the only one to be killed by a kryptonite attack, and who has never been defeated in combat by anyone, not even the Justice League villain Steppenwolf. But does it mean that he's objectively more powerful than Black Adam? Certainly not in every case. Both Superman and Black Adam are similar both in terms of their speed and their physical strength. Shazam has several tricks up his sleeve, including his lightning capabilities and his magical aptitude. Superman has some extra skills, such as his X-ray vision, his icy breath, and his eye-projected heat rays. Although the results of comparing Superman's power to that of Black Adam's have varied depending on the DC storyline that was being told at the time and the version of the character being depicted. On the whole picture, the two heroes' abilities have been fairly comparable, and it's likely that this would be the case in the DCEU as well. Why Black Adam must establish a connection with Superman? Black Adam has a long and convoluted history in comic books, during which he has appeared first as a supervillain and later as a ruthless anti-hero whose methods cause conflict with other DC heroes. However, despite the fact that he is undeniably a potent figure, he's not yet a well-known character like Batman or Superman, despite the fact that he is just as strong. However, it appears that will change with Johnson taking on the role of Black Adam. However, this is where Henry Cavill's perfect interpretation of Superman should come in, as he should represent an opposing view of justice to that of Black Adam, while also being one of the few characters capable of matching his power. Johnson's oft-cited Black Adam mantra that the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change is predicated on what a Superman-Black Adam rivalry represents, with the superhuman strength each would bring to a fight. Because of this, the most recent teaser for Black Adam goes to such great efforts to remind audiences of the type of actions and abilities they have previously seen Cavill's Superman participate in. Black Adam's marketing encourages people to make the connection between the two and also establishes that he is just as strong as Superman. As a result, people are led to speculate about what an epic fight between the two might be like. It is becoming more obvious that Dwayne Johnson intends for Black Adam's narrative to culminate in a showdown with Superman. The most recent trailer for Black Adam is an important component of that hype machine. It encourages audiences to think about Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, since it pays tribute to both of those films. Because of this, the chances of Cavill's character, the last son of Krypton, coming in to challenge Johnson's character Black Adam appear better than they have ever before. Please leave a comment below telling us whether you believe Black Adam or Superman is the stronger character. Click the like button if you'd like to see more videos just like the one you're watching now. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll be waiting for you in the next video.